you need a lawyer to look over all the documents, but you do have a lawsuit. Whether you waited too late, it has to be determined.
Good. That's a good answer. For everybody out there, general education. If somebody is charged with a crime and there's also a possible civil litigation as well, it doesn't matter if the person charged with a crime is found not guilty, although if the person's found guilty, that's helpful, or if they're never charged with a crime at all, there still can be a civil lawsuit brought. Several years ago, right here in Santa Monica, after O.J. Simpson was found not guilty downtown, a jury found him civilly liable for the same act, that is, killing Ron Goldman and O.J.'s wife, and the victims' families were awarded millions of dollars as a result. Collecting is a different issue, but the answer to the question is yes, you may sue civilly, even if the criminal case is over, even if the person's found not guilty.
But remember this, and it's really important to remember. Anytime you're involved in an accident-type case, or you have an accident that you're involved in where there's a government involved, you may have short as 6 months to file a claim against the government. You may have, if it's not a government, and that could be like a bus or a school or a mosquito abatement district or the city or the county or any type of government.
Or the feds.
The federal government has a different claim period. But in the regular accident cases, you may have it a year or maybe 2 years, but you need to know those things. You just can't wait around, and you also need to preserve the evidence. So let's go on. We have some other callers. And
yes, we do.
Squeeze them in.
Thank you.
Thank you, and
good luck, Fanny.
And thanks for calling.
Thank you very much.
If you have any other questions, just give us a call, okay? All right.
Okay. We got some more calls. How about Ben? Ben, come on and talk to us.
Hey, Ben, you're on the air.
You were just talking about. I felt exactly the same way as you guys did when the news first broke, and then after seeing the actual necklace, I thought, well, maybe she was overcharged because the value of the necklace didn't look like it was that much. And the other question I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to get off, is does she have a case because that jeweler sold the tape and used her likeness without her permission?
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to hang up and listen to you guys.
You're a very smart. You're a very smart man.
That's a good question.
Yeah, there's a statute in California that allows individuals to collect money against someone else who uses their image without their consent.
Right.
But that's
a very good question.
You know, I'm stunned.
And I don't think anybody has said anything about pursuing that, although it would be an interesting.
You know, the question is.
It would be interesting.
The question is so interesting, and what we're going to do here is that
research.
Ralph is going to do a little research on that statute and see if it's ever been interpreted or ever been involved in this kind of a situation, where Lindsay can sue the person who lets the tape go for part of the $500 or all the $500,000 or whatever the money is. Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. And the charge of grand theft as opposed to petty theft is dependent upon the value of the necklace. That's true.
How much was the necklace worth?
Well, they're saying it's worth $2,500, but that's way, way, way above the felony line.
Is that $750? Yeah, they did raise it.
It used to be $400 when I was prosecuting a case. I think it's $750 now.
Well, I don't think Lindsay would be buying anything under $750 anyway.
No, it's not. She's just felony necklaces or nothing.
Pair of jeans for less than $400.
Buy?
Yeah. Oh well, at least hasn't she changed her clothing attire now going to court? She came in from
looks very nice and tasteful, very professional.
And how did she go to court the first time?
I don't remember.
My kid used to have a toy called a slinky.
What is that?
You know, one of those things that kind of just moved.
Oh yeah, the toy.
And I remember seeing some of those videos. I think it was her walking in.
Yeah, you know what? Bottom line is, based upon the amount of talent she has, I really, really would like her to straighten her life out. And
maybe this is all a publicity scam.
Oh, it's not a good
just
one.
to get the name out there. But you know,
it's
an endless battle. You want to be in the movies or TV, and you want to get known. so you seek publicity. But when you're the public limelight, you got to do it with a little bit of dignity. I think. I think you
absolutely.
You and then you have the paparazzi running around giving you no privacy, like Leanne Rimes, who get chased out of her house because they were just, she couldn't go anyplace. So it's a tough world we live out there. You guys all out there have been great. The 1-800-405-4222 number is a number you can call us when we're not on the air, and we'll try and point you in the right direction if you have a question or an idea or something you want to run by us.
We got time for one more caller, Steve?
That you don't want to do in the air. Sure, let's take one more caller.
Wolf, do we have time for one more?
I said yes. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. You're not Wolf. Okay. Wolf is transferring the call.
Are you talking to yourself now or what?
I'm talking to everybody who's listening and watching. Okay.
Welcome to...
Okay,
here's the problem. 30 years ago, I was an activist in Santa Ana, California. I was convicted of a crime I did not commit. Now, I haven't had any problems with the law for 30 years or whatever. I moved out of Orange County. But what happened, some of the evidence they had was they had a handprint. And at that particular time, they didn't have DNA evidence where they could compare it or whatever. What I wanted to know is that the individual who committed that crime left the bloody handprint in the store, and I was wondering if they still would have that evidence on file in Orange County, which they could, if I paid a lawyer to investigate the evidence and find out who it was, would they still have the evidence?
They might. They might. What was the crime?
Well, what happened is that I had a community center down the street, and at one time I was involved in the Black Panther Party.
Okay.
Well, I sympathized of them.
Okay.
And back in Orange County, at that particular time, was the John Birch's time when we were trying to organize against racial profiling against Hispanics and blacks. And me and my mother were one of the individuals who had a center with the main activists in that town at that particular time. African American was only about 5,000 people there, so some individuals got shot at a store. Okay, my center was down the street, and since I was an activist standing up fighting against different problems in the community, they framed me.
Okay, you may be.
I had two trials, and two of them were hung juries eventually. Go ahead.
The answer to the question is this. There may be evidence now that can be reevaluated and restudied with for a DNA evaluation. It's possible. I wouldn't wait any longer. I would seek legal counsel. That lawyer should be an expert in criminal law. Somebody.
And here's what we'll do: take the number down and call me Friday afternoon at that number. I'll listen to you when we're not on the air. And try and refer you to somebody that might be able to help you.
Yeah,
okay?
Because right now we're flat out of time.
Actually, I'm not saying my name, but you actually
that's
know
okay.
who I am.
That's okay. Call on Friday because right now we're about to go off the air. Everybody, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Legal Help Live, Ralph and Steve, the Legal Help Live team. Look forward to seeing you and be well.